Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver. It's Look Who It Is. We're back once again, playing the video game, The Bozo. It's Look, it's Quick Play, it's Random Item Statistics, Knight Errant Moment, Character Exclusive Perk Cards. And didn't we just play Mimi like 2 seconds ago? I don't even remember. But we've got knowledge, we've got charisma, we've got strength, but we don't got dexterity, kid. And then you need these two things as well. So remember both of those, just as like a little treat. Now, Knight Errant is the haha happy funny fuck you bonus that we love to see. Although honestly, I'll be real with you, I think I'm kind of thinking that maybe Eldritch Parasite is worse. That might be a hot take. That might be like a nuclear hot take. This take might be like melting your hands, like you're in that one Indiana Jones movie where they open the thing and then everybody like melts. It would be kind of like that, except it's a take on YouTube and not like, you know, anything particularly serious. But that's how hot a take it is, okay? I'm just saying. So, and listen, I'll be honest with you, I am super tired today. I have no idea why. Like, you ever just wake up and you feel like, ah, yes, death is here. Like, you just wake up and you're like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be a day. Because it just sucks. Like, sometimes I wake up and I'll get, like, 6 hours of sleep. And I'll be like, I'll get a whole 6 hours. And I'll be like, oh, hell yeah, I feel not refreshed at all. I feel terrible. I feel awful. And I'm kind of in this state right now where I'm, like, going half and half between taking a nap and being up. And so it's like, and I've said this before, I don't know what it is with naps. But, like, you take a 30-minute nap and you wake up with every debuff known to man. Like, you just feel, you feel like Mr. Burns in The Simpsons, except all of your diseases aren't in perfect harmony and canceling each other out. They're actually all just, like, running wild and committing havoc in your body. You know, if this was, like, an episode of, oh, what was it called? That one, it was, like, a pseudo-cartoon, pseudo-live-action thing, where the guy was, like a cell in your body, and he, like, fought diseases with his, like, cop buddy who was, like a pill, like, medicine. Like, if, you know, I didn't go to the anime version of, where it's like, I don't even remember what the anime version is called, but there were, like, a lot of memes going on it. People were calling the platelets cute. I didn't even go to the anime one, which is a completely different series that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But, I went to the cartoon one, because I decided to appeal to nostalgia and not the obsession with the weird anime that I haven't actually watched. But violent vigil footage, bullets, and painting. But it's just like, you know, one of those shows, whichever one you like more, and it's just the protagonists lose. Because it's like, there are more enemies in the body than there are allies. That's at least how I feel when I wake up from a nap. And so since I've been kind of going back and forth, half and forth, I'm really done. I'm really done and dusted. It's never been so done and dusted as it has been right now. Witch's story? Oh, no, no, no. So, I mean, listen, like, the chances that we see acid, that we want to, like... What if we did it? What if we just hit it big? Like, what if it's not? It doesn't exist, by the way. Sorry. But, like, look at how much Doom. Like, just as, like, a demonstration of how, like, stupid it is to try to get the can of acid, right? Like, we've spent more Doom looking for the can of acid than we have, like, we would prevent. We're preventing 6% Doom from happening here. And it's all just for this, and we're losing a good item. So we spent 14% Doom to get around, to get around 6% Doom. Like, it's just so bad, right? Like, it's just not great. Now, the logic that I'm using here, which is bad logic, by the way, you shouldn't follow it, is that we are going to be, like, if we were not playing Mimi, we would be in a situation where we would be at 16% Doom anyways getting a weapon, right? So, at least for this really weird justification in my brain, that's the only reason why I did it. I'm not saying it's optimal, I'm not saying it's a good idea. It's actually a bad idea to take your like, 16% Doom lead and throw it in the dumpster because you wanted to, like, make a point about how dog shit this one item is, and this, like, knight errant, whatchamacallit, Holy Glyphs kind of goes hard, by the way. But, if we could actually get, like, one more item, that'd be crazy. Like, we could ball with that, you know? But yeah, we would need to, like... I mean, we're just in hell no matter what we do. I tried to get an item. You can't blame me. Minus 4% Doom would go hard. Holy Glyphs is stamina, right? No, it's sanity? Okay. Just roll an 11. Crafting Minecraft pants. Oh, by the way, my friend, she made me watch these videos last night about the worst Minecraft escape rooms and prisons ever. And it's so funny because, like, this guy will be doing this escape room and he'll be like, oh, the exit, the escape is just across here, but I have no idea how to get across. And he'll just have, like, 5 fucking blocks in his inventory, and he could just, like, build a bridge, like, literally just a bridge to across to where he needs to go, but he doesn't do that for some reason. He will instead, like, walk into this room, and then there will be, like, an altar saying, sacrifice 5 blocks here to get a thing, and then that thing will lead him to another room, and he could have just escaped immediately with the blocks that he already had. It's so funny. And then he had a great idea. He used F5. F5 allows you to get a new perspective. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. But what if we blocked? Can we do that? Can we do that and attack decently? This is like an 78% chance. Yeah, that's not that bad. We really are trying to minimize the level of damage that we're taking here. Because, you know, we're kind of off to a rough start. But, like, I gotta be real with you, though, okay? I gotta be real with you. If I was in a situation where I could make, like, some stupid, like, shitty bedrock brick, or, like, empty bedrock room, and hide a few hoppers around it, that would actually, and you get, like, 1.2 million views, that would actually go kind of hard. So, to prevent me from doing Minecraft prison escape rooms to gain YouTube relevancy, hit that subscribe button right now if you're not subscribed. Did you know only 60% of the people watching this video are subscribed to this channel? Make it, you know, like 61% if you click that button right now. Well, if all of you click that button right now, then 100% of you will be subscribed to the channel and watching this right now. That's pretty cool. Unless the people who are already subscribed hit that button, in which case it would go from a 60 to a 40, but you know. Just, if you're not subscribed, hit the button and ring the bell, because YouTube says that's a good thing to do. If it wasn't a good thing to do, other YouTubers wouldn't be telling you to do it every time, now would they? That's what I thought. So, it's a good thing to do it, and you should definitely do it. This is within the average watch time of the video. You're still here. You're about to leave, but you can hit that bell and that button before you go. Not in that order. There's no bell to hit if you aren't already subscribed. So you should hit the subscribe button first, and then you should hit the bell. It's very easy. And all it'll cost you is getting one of these videos in your subscription feed every day until the end of fucking time. Isn't that great? Isn't that what you want? Oh. I'm gonna run away from this guy. There's no way in hell we're fighting him. Second enemy, by the way. Little pillar vampire. Little JoJo reference. Yeah, we'll get a grip. That's okay. Now, am I gonna cast Holy Glyphs when we have the 4 items in our inventory, or am I just gonna equip the flashlight? Probably just gonna quit. I'm gonna keep that. 6 damage for 3 is really bad, but it might save your life. Never mind. We're not casting Holy Glyphs, just so you know. But we are getting a free light source, which is kind of cool. And I'm equipping it immediately, because there's no way in hell we're ever going to cast Holy Glyphs. It's not possible. Maybe if we get First Aid, but if we don't get First Aid, it's not happening. So this is just going to be one for the dumpster, you know. This is not, ain't nothing to be done about this right here. We're in hell, by the way. Also, I would rather, like, the very funny thing is, we could have the chainsaw right now and less Doom. Because we spent, like, 4 rerolls buying a useless item when we could have, like, we saw the flashlight and the fuel multiple times in the whatchamacallit. So, hey, First Aid, exactly what I asked for. I remember joking about dexterity earlier, so I'm assuming that's the one that we don't have. I'll try to get charisma when I can. No items in here. We go to Violent Vigil now? I think we do. The problem with Violent Vigil is that we're just gonna take a bunch of Doom for, like, no reason. So let's do it. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I think the mansion was, like, low threat level anyways, so we can be pretty comfortable in that. We're at least not taking any bonus damage right now. Now, the Vigil Pamphlet is 4 items. Am I gonna cast Holy Glyphs? I don't know. Probably not. Hell? Evil. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. A 75% chance times 2. Well, 75 to 85% chance times 2, and we're taking 3 damage guaranteed. I'm gonna be real with you. I think we're gonna fuck off. I think that, you know, Panstash doesn't want you to know this, but you can just walk away. You can just leave. Bow, clap, bow, clap. A little bow, clap, bow, clap. We do a little bit of writing. We do a little bit of art illustration. And then we just mosey on over there. We mosey on over there, feeling pretty good about that. I mean, we were going to take, like, -3 earlier minimum, so I'm not going to say no. We're going to put the forest tapes away. The meat cleaver is much more helpful. Listen, every day I want to cast Holy Glyphs, but I cannot justify it right now. So we just have to, like, live our lives a little bit and just be a little bit careful. Just a little bit careful. You love to see this. I'm starting to think the mansion is, like, incredibly based, by the way. We got -6%. Like, you can take a bath in a mansion. You can burn a book in a mansion. What can you not do in a mansion? This is great, by the way. We're absolutely gonna be so happy to take this. It works perfectly fine. We take 2% Doom. Now, admittedly, you know, hey, oh, you know what we can absolutely do? It's Holy Glyphs time. Love to see it. We're on Ath-Yolazath. So I just forgot that spell for literally no reason. Very funny moment. Study the symbols. You always gotta do that. Hey, look, we lost 2 sanity. Exactly what I wanted to lose. We're not getting ending A anyways, because it's not worth it to fight the horrible old man, because he'll just beat the shit out of you, Doom-wise, so it's just better to do this. You're weak to sharp. Don't think I forgot that. You're weak to sharp. Don't think I forgot that. 80-80, a little 80-80 Andy. Fair enough, fair enough. You know, probably shouldn't have been messing around with the enemy who does stamina damage, but that's okay. We're gonna go up to 62. 62% Doom as a little treat. That's okay. Mystery 4 is a go. We're chilling, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. Holy Glyphs being free, by the way, is kind of crazy. What mystery are we saving Inspiring Novel for? Bulletin or Word? We're saving it for Wordless Ward. Are we doing Bulletin now? I think we're gonna do Bulletin now. Save Inspiring Novel for the last, because, listen, like, I will be honest with you, it is not the most, like, devious or devastating mystery. That speed is fucking insane, by the way. 63 is incredible. But, we want to kill the boss, if we can. And this boss we're literally just gonna skip, because I don't want to... I never want to fight the plus 40%, the plus 40% dickhead. So I think we are going to take sanity damage. I was thinking about taking monetary damage, but I would rather not at the current point in time. Now, you know, maybe that's hubris. Maybe I'm going to regret not spending money immediately. Right now. Oh, that sucks. But, you know, maybe you just hang on there a little bit. We've got a decent amount of Doom. We're going to be getting ending A here. We're going to be getting, hopefully, ending A in the next mystery. So, hopefully, we can hang out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Getting 8 charisma there. Feeling pretty good about that. Life or limb. We saw this yesterday, didn't we? And I was like, oh, this sucks. Shit sucks, dude. Didn't this kill us yesterday? I don't even remember. -2 reason if we fail a dexterity check, or plus 5% doom. I mean, you gotta go with that. You just gotta. We're not on Gazoo, so we can potentially rest. We don't have fetid fumes either, do we? Oh no, that was the first thing that we got. Never mind. Maybe we'll just fight a really weak enemy in the apartments, you know? Who is not a particularly strong enemy. And we're just gonna, like, have, like, a good time. You know? Just gonna have a good time. Just a nice, casual little time. Oh, plus 4% Doom, my beloved. This is a great opportunity, by the way, to send the police to the hospital. I feel like we're gonna lose the game. You know, just all of a sudden, I feel like the game is a lost cause. How quickly the tide turns, etc., etc. But we could also just get lucky and immediately go back to the place of no honor. This is a place of no honor. There's a bunch of spikes everywhere. This is a place of no honor. It's true. aka the boss arena of Pandemonium 10 Savage. Said Circle 10. I mean, we could die. We could literally just die at any point, but you just gotta let it ride. You just gotta say, fuck it, we ball. You just gotta say, fuck it, we ball. I would like to get through this mystery without resting. Oh, fuck. We can look for it. A little -2 stamina, +2 dooms. Very, very strong. We're still alive. I lived, bitch. Let's make sure that the forest note was at one point in our inventory, because I don't know if it actually was. Because I don't remember. I think it might have just gone straight to our inventory. Now, it doesn't need to stay in your inventory. We just did for simplicity's sake. But if you don't have it in your inventory at least once, it will not do the thing. It will not let Mimi hit the gritty, and I know how many of you are looking forward to that. Maybe I should have taken stamina there. It's kind of sketchy. Also, this is kind of sketchy. A high threat level hospital with level 3 Mimi? What do you want from me? I almost want to do small candle just because it's like better accuracy, better speed, and it's gonna do 5 damage. This is gonna do 6, admittedly. It's very nice, but I think I'm better with 5, but it's much faster and just much better in general. One of these is a charisma check, isn't it? The Mortuary Blues. If there's a charisma check here, we should actually try it. Although the perception check gives you a sewing kit. I do remember that. I think you gotta go with the charisma. You know, sometimes you just roll a 12 and then cry yourself to sleep. Although in my case, it's, I'm gonna go raid after this, and that's gonna be, you just have to go. Like, I'm sorry, you can't win at 90% Doom. You can't win at 90% Doom. We're taking an elevator, we're returning to the reception area, we're asking about our classmates, we're moving to the corridor, we're dying instantly. You can't win with that, alright? If you go up to 90% Doom there, you just lose the game. You just straight up lose the game. It's not, like... It's not even close, it's not even funny. You got fetid fumes, you're only getting +1 there, you're going to 2, we would have died anyways. You rest twice, 95% Doom, it's over. You know, sometimes you just get like a shitty Mimi event, and it just, you lose, which you know what happens. I think that character events are so interesting because, like, lore-wise, they're awesome, right? But the thing is, the problem that I ultimately have with them is that, like, they were inadvertently used kind of like as a balancing tool, which is kind of clever, but it also just kind of feels bad that it's like, oh, your character is bad because of a special event that only they can get. But anyways, I'm like half and half on it. I think sometimes if you told me, oh, hell yeah, and then like sometimes if you told me about character exclusive events, I'd be like, hell yeah, and sometimes I'd be like, hell no. But they're just so like rare, you know, they're so random. We've played Moriko so many times, and you rarely see her special event. And sometimes, like, I don't know what it is, but it just seems like some character special events never show up, and so you just don't experience them, and then when they do show up, it's like, I don't remember any of this shit, and then you go on the wiki to look it up, and it's like, oh, all these options fucking suck. But, anyways, thank you for watching, stay safe out there, have a good one. I do think that, here's the thing. I liked them for balancing, and I still do kind of like them for balancing. It depends on what day you ask me. Some days I'm gonna hate them, some days I'm gonna like them. This is the day I'm hating them. But I do think they're overall good, because it's a way to balance a character externally without having to, like, change stats or anything like that. I think it's kind of clever. And it's good, like, thematic and lore-wise. So stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.